Hello students, welcome to the 44th lecture of Physical Pharmaceutics 1 BP 302T. Right. In our last lectures, we have discussed about the Sorensen's pH scale, buffer applications, right, and buffer action. Right. We just had a brief introduction of the buffer system, right, and we have also discussed the pH determination by both the methods, electrometric methods and colorimetric methods. In this lecture, we will be discussing buffer equation and buffer capacity, right. So, you know that buffer equation or buffer are composed of two types of mixtures of solutions. One is the acid and other is the conjugate salt, right. So, we will be discussing both the factors here, acidic buffers and basic buffers. Buffer equation. So, buffers are basically solution that resist change in pH when an acid or alkali is added to them, right. This thing you know very well, and now if we want to calculate the buffer, so the pH of any buffer solution, then we can use this buffer equation. So, the pH of a buffer solution and the change in pH upon addition of an acid or base can be calculated based on the use of the buffer equation, which is an expression developed by considering the effect of a salt on the ionization of a weak acid or a weak base. Right, when the salt and acid or base have an ion in common, right. तो buffer equation basically क्या है, it's an equation जब हम आप एक weak acid या weak base लेते हैं और उसमें साथ में उसका effect एक salt का consider करते हैं which have a common ion, right. So, due to that common ion what happens, we will see. So, for acidic buffers, right, you know buffers are of two types, one is acidic buffers, another one is basic buffer. So, we will take equation for the two cases. Firstly, we will take for acid buffers. The pH of acid buffer can be calculated from the dissociation constant Ka of the weak acid and the concentrations of the acid and salt used, right. So, buffer as you know that is a combination of a weak acid or its salt or a weak base or its salt, right. For the case of acid buffers, I have taken the example of acetic acid as weak acid and its salt sodium acetate, right. So, it was the combination for the acidic buffers. So, we are taking the example of this to describe the buffer equation for acid buffers, right. So, the dissociation constant of the acid is given by this equation, right. So, the dissociation constant of the acid, this is acetic acid, right, and if this is dissociated it will convert into acetate ion and hydronium ion, right. So, it is a weak acid. So, it will convert into acetate ion and hydronium ion, right. According to law of mass action, so Ka can be written as acetate ion into hydronium ion, that is products upon reactants. According to law of mass action, these are the concentrations of the products divided by the concentration of the reactant. So, in the products we have acetate ion and the hydronium ion and we have acetic acid as the reactant. So, this equation can be written like this, right. So, we have to see the effect of the salt which we are adding to this weak acid, right. So, the salt is sodium acetate is added to the acetic acid solution, it ionizes to give acetate ions, right. So, if we add sodium acetate, right, which is having a ion common, this acetate ion common to that of the weak acid, that is acetic acid. So, this it will give acetate ion and sodium ion. So, what will happen, right? We have a weak acid that is dissociated as acetate ion and hydronium ion, right, and then we are adding a salt of that particular weak acid, that is sodium acetate, right, and it is dissociated into acetate ion and sodium ion. Okay. Now, the what will happen, temporarily the concentration of this acetate ion will increase, right, but Ka we have a constant like this, acetate ion into hydronium ion upon acetic acid. So, what will happen, upon the addition of this salt, we see a temporarily increase in the concentration of the acetate ion, right. So, to counteract it, so there should, because Ka is a constant, right. So, to maintain the equation, the concentration of this hydronium ions should decrease, right. So, how does it decrease? These hydronium ion will react with the acetate ion to give back the acetic acid, right, and molecule of water, right. So, this will decrease the concentration of the hydronium ion and will further decrease the dissociation of the weak acid, right. So, this is the effect of common ion. Because of addition of the sodium acetate, the concentration or the dissociation of the acetic acid has been hindered. So, this is known as common ion effect, right. So, जब आपके पास एक weak acid है और आप उसका corresponding salt add करते हैं, both of them are having a ion common in them, due to the common ion effect, the dissociation of the weak acid is hindered, right, वो कम हो जाएगा और आपका जो ये equation था, ये जो constant था, ये as it is maintained रहेगा, right. So, hydronium ion is equal to Ka CH3COH acetic acid upon acetate, राइट right, इसको हमने इक्वेशन को बेसिकली क्या किया, रीअरेंज करके लिख दिया, राइट. सो वी हैव टेकन हाइड्रोनियम आयन कंसंट्रेशन हेयर एंड Ka acetic acid concentration upon acetate ion concentration. So, basically this is represented as this, right. So, buffer equation for a weak acid and salt, this it is being expressed in a different nomenclature, right. So, the dissociation expression of the weak acid can be represented as Ha, this is a weak acid, it will dissociate into hydronium ion and the A minus anion, right. So, Ka will be given as H plus into A minus, these are the concentration of the products divided by the concentration of the reactant, that is Ha, or H plus is equal to Ka Ha upon A minus, right, where H, and this should be plus here. So, it is H plus is equal to Ka into acid upon salt, it is the concentration of acid upon salt, right. So, taking log on both sides, we get log H plus is equal to log Ka plus log acid upon salt, multiplying both sides by negative signs, right, because we want to derive an equation for the pH, and pH is what, minus log of hydrogen ion concentration. So, here we are having an equation of log H plus ions. So, we need to put minus here because we need the equation for pH, right. So, by multiplying it with negative signs, negative sign on both the sides, we get minus log H plus is equal to minus log Ka plus minus log acid upon salt, or it can be written as minus log H plus is equal to pH and minus log Ka is equal to pKa, right. So, it can be written as pH is equal to pKa minus log acid upon salt, or if you want to remove this negative sign, so you can revert the fraction. So, you get pH is equal to pKa plus log salt upon acid. So, this equation is very important, right, which we have derived now, right. So, pH is equal to pKa plus log salt upon acid, and this is called Henderson-Hasselbalch equation, right. This is a very important equation that you have to remember till your life, because it will be used in analytical chemistry, in physical chemistry, physical pharmacy, and when you come in your 4th year, there will be subject names at biopharmaceutics. So, you need to calculate the ionization of the drugs, right. So, this equation has to be remembered till your life. So, it is very important. Please focus on it, right. So, this is Henderson-Hasselbalch equation used for the calculation of pH for, this is for acidic buffers, right. This is for the calculation of pH of the acidic buffers, right. So, let me take a numerical on based on this equation. So, calculate the pH of a buffer solution consisting of 0.1 mole each of acetic acid and sodium acetate, and the pKa of acetic acid is 4.76, right. So, it has been given to us. हमारे पास क्या है कि हमारे पास concentration दी हुई है किसकी, concentration of acetic acid is 0.1 moles, right, and that of concentration of sodium acetate, this is the salt, is 0.1 m, and the pKa of acetic acid is given to be 4.76, right. So, from the previous slide we can go and see that pH is equal to pKa plus log salt upon acid. If we have the concentration of the salt, concentration of the acid and pKa, so can we calculate the value of pH, right. So, we can have pH is equal to pKa plus log salt upon acid, right. So, we have the pKa value as 4.76 plus 0.1 upon 0.1, right, because आपके पास जो एसिड और सॉल्ट दोनों की कंसंट्रेशन कितनी है, सेम है, राइट, सेम है, तो यू कैन कैलकुलेट द pH वैल्यू, राइट, very correct. Next we have the buffer equation for a weak base and its salt. So, buffer equation for a weak base can be calculated in the same way as we have calculated the buffer equation for a weak acid, right. For buffer equation for basic buffers can be calculated in the same way as that for acidic buffers. Consider a basic buffer composed of a mixture of weak base BOH and its salt Ba. The dissociation constant for base can be written as BOH gives B plus OH ions, right. So, Kb here, because it is the dissociation of the base. So, it is Kb is equal to B plus OH minus upon BOH, or OH minus is equal to Kb BOH upon B plus, right, or OH is equal to Kb into base upon salt. Taking log on both sides, we get log OH minus is equal to log Kb plus log base upon salt. Multiplying both sides by negative signs, we have minus log OH minus is equal to minus log Kb minus log base upon salt, as minus log OH is equal to POH and minus log Kb is equal to PKb. We can write POH is equal to PKb minus log base upon salt, or to remove this negative sign we can change the equation like this, POH is equal to PKb plus log salt upon base, right. So, this equation is in terms of pH, right, pOH. We have to calculate in terms of pH. So, you know Kw is equal to pH plus pOH, right. So, pOH can be written in terms of Kw minus pH, right. So, we can replace this equation here, right, we can replace this value here in this equation. So, we have Kw minus pH is equal to Pkb plus log salt upon base, right. So, minus pH is equal to Kw minus Pkb plus log salt upon base, right, and this equation can be further calculated to get the final equation as pH is equal to Kw minus P Kb plus log base upon salt. Right. So, basically we have replaced the pOH term here, right. So, pH is calculated in case of weak base from this equation, pH is equal to pKw minus pKb plus log base upon salt. In the previous equation it was log salt upon base, here it is log base upon salt, right. And I like to give you a numerical based on this equation. So, we have to estimate the pH of a solution containing 0.10 mole of ephedrine and 0.01 mole of ephedrine hydrochloride. So, this is the salt here of solution, pKa of ephedrine is 4.64, right. So, we have this equation for basic buffer, pH is equal to pK minus pKb plus log base upon salt, right. So, pH is equal to, you know that the value of Kw is constant for water, it is 14 minus, it should be pKb here, right. So, instead of pKa it should be pKb because we are taking for a basic buffer, right. So, if it is basic in nature, so it should be pKb. So, it is minus 4.64 plus log concentration of base, right. So, what is the base here? 0.10 and what is the concentration of the salt here? 0.01, right. So, it can be calculated minus 4.64 plus log one, right. It can be log 10 and the value can be calculated, and in this way you can get the answer of the pH for the buffer equation, right. Next is the buffer capacity. The buffer capacity of a buffer solution is a measure of its magnitude of its resistance to change in the pH on addition of an acid or a base, right. अब बफर कैपेसिटी क्या है? किसी भी बफर की वो कैपेसिटी है, बफर सोल्यूशन की वो कैपेसिटी कि जब उसके अंदर एसिड या बेस डाला जाता है तब वो पीएच चेंज ना होने दे. इट शोज रेजिस्टेंस टू दैट, राइट. सो buffer capacity is a measure of its magnitude of resistance to change in pH on addition of an acid or base, and it is also referred to as buffer index, buffer value, buffer efficiency or buffer coefficients. These are the synonyms for buffer capacity. If you get any question with these terms, it means it is buffer capacity only, right. And the ratio buffer capacity is the ratio of the increment or amount added of strong acid or base to the small change in pH, right. It is delta pH brought about by this addition, right. So, beta, it is represented by beta is equal to delta A or delta B. Delta A stands for the small amount of acid that you have added and delta B stands for the small amount of base that you have added divided by the delta pH. Delta pH represents here the change in pH, right. So, where delta A or delta B represents the small increment in grams equivalents per liter of strong acid or base added to the buffer to bring about a pH change of delta pH, right. So, buffer capacity is amount of acid or base added divided by the change in the pH brought about by that addition, right. According to the above equation, a solution has a buffer capacity of 1. This is the definition of buffer capacity, right. So, a solution has a buffer capacity of 1 when 1 liter of it requires 1 gram equivalent of a strong acid or base to change the pH by 1 unit, right. So, this is the definition. I repeat, it is the buffer capacity. If a solution has a buffer capacity of 1, when it will have, when 1 liter of it requires 1 gram equivalent of a strong acid or base to change the pH by 1 unit. So, smaller the pH change in a solution upon the addition of an acid or base, greater is the buffer capacity and vice versa, right. And we will like to take up a numerical based on this buffer capacity. So, the numerical goes like this: a buffer solution contained 0.1 moles each of acetic acid and sodium acetate, and its pH was 4.76. To this, 0.01 moles of sodium hydroxide was added, and the pH of the resultant solution was 4.85, right. So, you have to calculate the buffer capacity, right. So, what we are given with? We have a buffer solution of acetic acid and sodium acetate, right, and the initial pH is, right, initial pH is 4.76, and what is the concentration of the buffer? 0.1 moles, right. It has two, this acetic acid and acetate, and to this 0.01 moles of sodium hydroxide was added. So, this is the amount of base that has been added, right, and this is the concentration of the buffer. This is the concentration of buffer, and this is the initial pH, and on the addition of sodium hydroxide, what is the pH that we get? It is 4.85, right. So, we have a buffer of concentration 0.1 moles of sodium acetate and acetic acid, and to it was added NaOH, a strong base was added of 0.01 moles, and the change in pH that we observed was, initially the pH was 4.76 and finally it became 4.85, right. So, what is the change in pH? That is 0.09 units. This is the change in pH. So, what was the buffer capacity? Beta is equal to delta A or B upon delta pH, right. So, what we have here? We have here delta B, because a base has been added. So, what is the concentration of that? It is 0.01 moles, right. And what is the change in the, actually it should be not moles here, and what is the change in pH? 0.09 units, right. So, it is 0.09. You simplify it and get the value. So, this is the buffer capacity of the buffer that you have used. So, one thing is confusing here. So, the concentration of the buffer is given here. So, this is just for confusion. It has been given just for to make you think what values will be needed for the calculation of buffer capacity. So, for buffer capacity we only need this addition of the amount of either the acid or the base and the change in pH, right. So, this concentration of the buffer is not required, right. It is just here to confuse you, right. So, we have to calculate, we have to keep the change in pH in the denominator and the addition of the base on the numerator, and with this we can calculate the buffer capacity. So, it becomes 1 upon 9, 9 divided by 1 gives you 0.11. So, this is the buffer capacity of the buffer, right, which is having acetic acid and sodium acetate, right. So, I will just like to give a prevision of these. So, in this we have what we have gone through These are the very important concepts, right. So, this was the buffer equation for acidic buffer. So, this is pH is equal to pKa. I will like to just repeat, because this is a very important concept, and on this concept you have to calculate so many things, and you have to remember it, because this concept will be applied in other subjects also, right, in your analytical chemistry, in your biopharmaceutics and other various pharmaceutics subjects. So, this is pH. This is for acidic buffer. This is Henderson-Hasselbalch equation for acidic buffer, right. This is pH is equal to pKa plus log salt upon acid, right. This is very important equation, and its counterpart is pH for, this is for acidic buffer, and for basic buffer we have pH is equal to pKw minus pKb plus log base upon salt, right. So, for base it is pH is equal to Kw minus pKb plus log base upon salt, right. So, these are the two main equations that you have to remember as far as the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation is concerned, to calculate the various ionization of the drugs and to calculate the pH of the drug. And in this equation you see that if you have the concentration of the salt that is being used in the buffer, and the acid, corresponding acid that you have taken for that particular buffer system. So, you can have the pK value, this is a constant for the acid, right. So, you have a acid and you have the pK for it, that is a constant value for it. If you have this and the concentration of the salt, corresponding salt having a common ion with it, then you can calculate the pH of the buffer system. Similarly, in the case of the base, right, where you have taken a weak base plus a salt, if you have the concentration of the weak base, its pKb value and the concentration of the salt, right. You have the concentration of the base, its pKb value and the concentration of the salt. If you have these three parameters for a particular basic buffer, you can calculate the pH of the buffer system, right. And third concept that we have studied today is the buffer capacity, right. So, it was the beta, it was represented by beta, and it is equal to the amount of strong acid or base that has been added to the buffer system to change the pH, divided by the change in the pH that has been done on addition of the strong acid or base, right. For these three concepts you can refer to Physical Pharmacy by Alfred Martin, 3rd edition, page number 258 to 84, right. This particular chapter is in the 3rd edition of the Physical Pharmacy by Alfred Martin. It is not present in the 6th edition, which is nowadays prevalent. It is a big older book, older version of this book, and you will find this chapter in this, and you can also follow different other books that you can find on the syllabus. With the syllabus, the list of books that you can refer has been given with the syllabus in the AKTU portal, right. If you visit the AKTU site, you will find the syllabus there, and preceding the or succeeding the syllabus will be the list of the books that you can follow